All right, welcome back to the channel where we seek to educate and inspire you guys on a whole host of topics. And today we're going to be taking a look at the new EcoFlow 220 watt bifacial solar panel. We wanted to show you a quick overview of that panel, and then we wanted to show you some testing that we performed as well as those results and the data behind that. And then we wanted to give you guys a quick bonus tip at the very end to help you keep you guys a little bit safer out there when you're using these panels. Let's get into it. Okay, so as you can see, we've got the new 220 watt bifacial solar panel from EcoFlow here. And I just wanted to give you guys a quick overview of that before we get into some of this testing that I did. It comes with this nice sturdy carrying case. I bought this one with the combo deal on the new Delta 3 Plus battery pack, that is. So this came with that. This comes with the charge cable. You know, this plugs right into your battery. And then, these two ends plug in here, onto that, these two cords. This carrying case, unlike the previous models where you've got the carry case being kind of the stand that keeps it upright, this carrying case doesn't get used for that purpose. So you pretty much ditch that. And you use these new and improved legs. It's got 3 of them, and it kind of helps keep it aligned a little bit better, whereas in the previous version it kind of had like a curvature to it. So these help a ton. You're able to get a whatever angle you need. It can lay pretty flat, or you can get it pretty upright as well. These cables really haven't had a need to undo these twist ties, so I kind of just leave it like this, and then I just use these cords to plug it in, wrap it around the panel with the battery pack back behind, kind of in the shade. Not sure if that's a great idea with being that it both accepts sun from obviously the front side, but it also bifacial, so it's taking it in from the back side as well. So that's kind of helping with the reflection. I've used it primarily on concrete, so I don't know how like putting it on grass or something else, a different surface, how that would reduce it. I know that the reflectivity of concrete is really good, and even like snow would be I think that's like the optimal surface to put it on, but don't have any of that around here. So let's get into the testing, and I want to show you guys a little bit what we did there. Okay, so we've been able to do quite a bit of testing with the new 220 watt solar panel in connection with the new Delta 3 Plus. And I have it currently set up to where I won't be able to discharge past 10%, and I can't overcharge past 90%. So effectively, I'm only using about 80% of the battery capacity. And what that's going to do is it's going to protect the battery, help it to last a little bit longer, protect that battery life. And so in my testing, I basically tested that 80% range. So we were able to set out, on a couple days, we put out the panels. It was a full day, clear skies, full sun, and we were able to do this testing where we moved the panels, 2-3 times throughout the day to track the sun. And we were able to achieve that full 80% charge in a single day. So hopefully that's helpful to you guys watching at home. Whether you're using this for camping or emergency backup or whatever, these panels are able to charge the Delta 3 Plus, and that's a 1 kilowatt hour battery. So whatever you've got at home, you'll have to figure that out. But for the Delta 3 Plus, it does charge in a single day. So as far as going from 0 to 100, it might be a little bit pushing it. You could probably do it, but it might be a little bit of a stretch. Throw a comment in the comments below if you think that would be an interesting test. I'd be happy to do that if that's of interest to you guys. All right, so we got the 220 watt solar panel charging the EcoFlow Delta 3 Plus, and that's currently powering a rice cooker. It looks like, if you can see that, pulling in about 186 watts, using about 280, so we can maintain that for about 2.3 hours is what it says.
not too bad. Started at about 39%. It's been going for a couple minutes, and 5 or 10, and it's looking good.
So as you can see, that's pretty interesting that it was able to, handle that load, no problem, no sweat. And in fact, I was able to get a full charge off of that the rest of the day. So definitely a great solar panel as far as getting a 1 kilowatt hour battery up and going in one day. If you have a much bigger battery than that, you're going to want to look at maybe having 2 of these 220 watt panels, or I think they even make a 400 watt, whatever fits your use case best. But as I was doing all this testing, I ran into an interesting problem where the panel, after sitting there, all day, it gets pretty hot, like uncomfortably hot to touch. And it was all charged up, and I went to put it away, and I don't have a ton of experience around these solar panels like this, so maybe this is just like common knowledge, but I went to put it up, wrap it up, and man, I could barely touch it for like a couple seconds, and like it was hot to the touch. And so it got me thinking. I was like, well, why not throw a thermocouple on it and shoot it with the thermal imager and just see what we're reading. So I did that, and you can see on the screen the results from that. I was able to, it was interesting how the wind would affect this so heavily. You could see anything from a 5 to 8 degree swing based on, if a breeze came by, it would drop that temperature quickly, very quickly. So I shot it with the thermal imager, and those are inherently maybe not the most accurate, depending on, they're very influenced by the surface texture, the surface that you're shooting. So, in an effort to not want to have that reflection happening with these somewhat smooth panels, I was like, well, I'll tape on a thermocouple and just test it, make sure it's actually reading accurately, or at least figure out what that difference is between a thermocouple reading and a thermal imager. And so I did that, and like right there on the screen, you can see the readings were pretty close. I was actually really surprised to see how close they were, and when I did that, I was shocked at how hot they were getting. I mean, that's like you can see almost 135 degrees Fahrenheit, and confirmed obviously by that thermocouple. And so that tells me that you're not going to want to hold on to that thing for more than a couple seconds. And in fact, I actually went on to I tried Googling around to see OSHA limitations on that, and I found a website called from TradeSafe, and in fact I cross-referenced that with a bunch of other websites online, and they were all kind of saying the same thing, that OSHA doesn't actually set a actual hard requirement on that, but it gives a recommendation. Throw your comments on OSHA if this is the best thing to be comparing it to. If there's a better standard out there, let me know. But they recommend that you shouldn't have the surface greater than 140 degrees Fahrenheit for more than 5 seconds. So that being the case, with us being 135 degrees, you're right on that uncomfortable area. So just watch out, as you're handling these panels after a full day of sun, or even a short amount of sun. They're going to be pretty hot, so just be careful, and we'll get into a tip here in a minute to help you guys out stay a little bit safer. Okay, so we wanted to give you guys a quick bonus tip. So when you're handling these panels, just be safe. Use your best judgment when you're handling them. But we found that something that helped us was to just find some shade real quick close by, and just hurry and move those panels as fast as you can. Throw them in that shade. Well, don't throw it, but set it in the shade, and it'll cool it down. Give it a couple minutes, and it'll be just great for packing it back up into your bag. So just like I said, be careful, be safe, and these panels will work great for years to come, I hope. I guess time will tell. If you haven't already done so, we'd appreciate it if you could subscribe to our channel, because next time we're going to be releasing our video review of the new EcoFlow Delta 3 Plus. And we're going to go through all the testing that we did with that and the results from those tests. to hopefully inform you guys better on that capability, and hopefully see if that's a good fit for you guys for your needs. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you learned at least one new thing today, and until next time, we wish you the best of luck with your clever solutions.